Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still going. If you haven't had every Sacramaniac smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, shout out to all the patrons. I love you. You're the heartbeat of this channel. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out at the end. This motherfucking episode right here, man, I'm going to kill a lot of birds with one stone, right? There's been questions asked, Hector, do correctional officers consider themselves as cops, law enforcement? That's one question. Another question is, what's with all the murders in the CDCR? Is it really the administration's fault? That's what I've kind of been hearing lately. Oh, absolutely. Right. Absolutely. And then another question from you young cadets or applicants for the CDCR or to become a correctional officer. What's it like? What's the academy like? Is it really how you're telling it? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, straight up. You got to understand how things used to be and how things are now. And why everybody fucking hates their goddamn job right now. Again, I'm not an OG by any means, right? I didn't start back in the day. I didn't start in the 80s. Well, sure, the fuck didn't start in the 70s. Wasn't even born. Didn't start in the 80s. Didn't start in the 90s. I started in 2006. All right, that's the early 2000s. That's as much credit as I'm going to give myself. You only see what you see in the movies. Right? Yesterday I did a live and I talked about duty. How it's in a young man's fiber and a young man's being to want to serve. Serve their country, serve their community, serve, duty first. 1st Infantry Division. So yeah, and it goes for females too, right? Duty, you want to fucking serve. Law enforcement capacity for this scenario. Well, none of us are good enough to be police officers, and I couldn't pass a polygraph to save my fucking life, right? So, CDCR is the next best thing, man. I get a fucking badge. Get the perks and I make a lot of money. Well, Hector, was the sole reason you wanted to become a prison guard because you wanted to impose your will on people? No. Fucking, if anything, it was for the money and for the adrenaline, right? And I was thinking about this. The rush, right? Like adrenaline. I am and I was an adrenaline-seeking junkie. Junkie? That word sounds kind of bad. Adrenaline seeker, right? And what better place to fucking find some adrenaline than in a prison? California prison. The most violent correctional system in the United States. California moves different. Well, you do get sworn in. You raise your right hand and you say you're going to do the right thing against enemies, foreign and domestic. Jeff. You're going to uphold the law. It's an oath. You take an oath. You learn the law by the book. Now, in 2007, when I touched down at Centinela State Prison, anybody that's new, you don't know what time it is. You don't know what the program is. You don't know what the fuck is going on. So you think you're going to do what you think you're going to do until your OG partners reel you in, right? At least that was my case. Now, was I crazy with it? No, I wasn't crazy with it, but let me give you an example. One time I was working Delta Gym, Centinela State Prison, before it turned SNY. It was a level 3 GP. The gyms were full before the gyms got deactivated. We had, what did you have? Double bunk beds and probably 100 inmates in dorms, in the gym. You had the catwalk up in the top where the gunner's at, and I was working the gunner's position. And then the 2 officers on the podium. The podium's in the middle of the gym. It's up by like 5 steps, and it's a podium. So you got a bird's eye, not a bird's eye view, but you got a good overhead view of these inmates. There's rows of bunks, and in the back is called crack alley. Crack alley. Because the catwalk for the gunner didn't go all the way down to the end. For some reason, I don't know why the fuck they designed it like that. Doesn't make any sense. They might as well have just continued the catwalk all the way to the end of the wall. Doesn't add up. So back in Crack Alley is where the inmates used to smoke, tattoo, fight, fuck people up. Again, there was no weird shit going on because it was Centinela, GP. Well, fuck, man, I must have had fucking less than 3 years. Less than 2 years for sure. I had less than 2 years. I mean, I learned pretty fucking quick. Could have been my first year. I see them smoking, right? I see the inmates smoking. God damn it, not on my watch. I see them smoking. I get on the phone. You're probably thinking, what a lame, Hector, what a lame. Motherfucker, I was brand new. I call the podium, the 2 officers, they're posted. Hey, what's up, man? It's Farrell up here in the gun. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, they're smoking over there in Crack Alley. He straight up said, and? I'm like, right again, I'm a fast fucking learner. And I got quiet, and he's like, hey, look, man, by the time we get up, we walk over there, they're all going to scatter, we're not going to find it. I'm like, oh, that's cool, fuck you, that's what it is, that's what it is. I mean, I ain't tripping. There was that time, right? For some reason, that gym, too, that wasn't even my spot. I was covered relief for some shit at that time. Another time, brand new, within the year, fucking 2 inmates fighting in Crack. Same gym, Delta gym, fucking, same gym. I was in the same post. I see 2 inmates fighting, right? I hear the commotion, pow, bang, boom, pow, Hadouken. I get the 40 millimeter, right? You guys call it the Big Bertha, the less lethal launcher. Again, I was brand new. And instead of getting on the radio like I should have, right? There's a little alarm. Well, your alarm that you're supposed to carry, but it was on the thingy. There's a little spot that somebody had made out of cardboard. And I just pushed the alarm, right? Bam! And well, when you push an alarm, everybody and their mom is coming to fucking help. All your partners, COs. So the 2 fucking cops on the floor look up like, what the fuck? Right, like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm standing up looking in Crack Alley, and the sergeant comes in, everybody comes in. Well, of course, the inmates had scattered. They're looking at me like I'm a fucking asshole and an idiot, right, which kind of was a bonehead move. And the sergeant called me, goes, hey, what'd you see, man? I said, there was 2 inmates fighting, Sarge. He's like, well, could you identify who they were? I'm like, no. So they looked at the inmates' fucking hands, knuckles. This was back in the day when they used to fight crime. Pulled everybody out. Didn't fucking see shit, right? The sergeant called me. He was cool with it. He's like, hey, man, just to let you know, let them fight a little bit, right? Let them fight a little bit so they could at least get marks on them. And, you know, make sure you get on the radio to let us know what it is. We didn't know if you guys were getting assaulted in here, staff assault or what. I'm like, roger that, Sarge. Right, so these are, you learn to pump the fucking brakes, right? Did we have the authority to drop the hammer and enforce the law? Oh, yeah, there's some COs that are straight by the book. Fucking straight, motherfucker. Walk out of the, here's a yellow line, you walk this way, oh, you're getting written up. RVR, 115, out of bounds. But then the other OGs will put you up if you're willing to listen, which at the time I was. Believe it or not. But there was a job to do. It was find weapons. Weapons to me will always be number 1. Back then. Now you're going to hear to where we're at now. It's a fucking free-for-all. It's a fucking free-for-all. At least back then you felt a little bit of sense of, not security, because, what the fuck word am I looking for? It's so fucking early. Over here it's 4:58 a.m. Not self-pride either. What the fuck word am I looking for? Fuck me. I'm going to the gym right after this. I can't think of the motherfucking word. You guys tap it in. This is my 4th cup of Hector Bravo Chanate. 4th, motherfuckers. Then it got real fucking dumb. You started doing your job. Then you started getting in trouble for doing your job. You patting down an inmate. You find drugs on him. He turns around. He starts swinging on you. You get punched in the fucking face. The sergeants are asking, well, what did you do to provoke that inmate? What do you mean, what did I do to provoke that fucking inmate? I was simply patting him down. He punched me in the fucking face. Nah, you're getting written up. What color are your socks? What color are my socks? What different do they have to do? Look at the color of my shiner. Nah, now you're talking back, right? You can see down how the game changed. The game shifted. Well, here's where it's going to get juicy, this fucking story. The inmates started seeing that, right, over the span. They're like, oh, fuck, it's a fucking free-for-all now. I don't give a fuck. I could jack off now and not go to AdSeg, right? That's what the inmates are doing now. No more AdSeg. No more RHU. I don't give a fuck about that word salad. So, fast forward, and to summarize, we went from a time of fighting crime within reason, right? Not going overboard. I told you my partners were letting him smoke. I was letting him smoke. I mean, you know what I mean? I walked in on dudes tattooing, and I was like, hey, what the fuck? I'm doing my count. Have some respect. Oh, dispensasio. Fucking like, right? It's going to be give and take at that time. And if you wanted to enforce the rules, you could, and you were going to be backed because the book says you could. Your supervisors knew the book. Now, nobody knows shit, right? That's a blanket statement, but that's the majority. You will be fucking in trouble for doing your job, right? You have idiots like fucking Victor the Buffoon Cortez straight up telling staff when he was my acting captain, I was his lieutenant on the yard, don't use force. Don't use force. I had to stop that goddamn meeting, the town hall meeting. I said, hey, don't you ever tell these officers not to use force. That's not the fucking policy. Right? That's not the fucking policy. You're going to get somebody killed, motherfucker. I didn't say you're going to get somebody killed, motherfucker, but in my head, that's what I was thinking. But I did tell them, don't you ever tell these officers not to use force. You're nobody to say that, right? There's a book, there's policy, there's procedure, and the law, right? So I'm going to wrap it up. You're wondering why there's so many murders in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, and how is that the administrator's fault? Because there's no more searching for knives. There's no more searching for dope. There's no more, where I was at, Donovan, no more pat downs. I remember when fucking Marcus Pollard yelled at the staff members in front of Bravo 8. I was there. Hey, what are you guys doing? Knock that shit off now. A fucking warden yelling at officers in front of inmates. In front of heavy hitters, too, because I was right there. And who hired him? Connie Gibson. She single-handedly ruined, and I wonder why she hired him. Ask yourself that. I know why. It wasn't for his fucking brains, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, so if you have a loved one in the California Department of Corrections wearing blue as an inmate, and you're wondering why your fucking child is in danger, your husband is in danger, it's because there's no more law. It's lawlessness. Remember how we live in California, there's San Diego, there's LA, and you see all these motherfuckers breaking into the jewelry store and smashing grabs and taking everything and fucking running out with no repercussions? That's because the rules went out by the wayside. It's anarchy. It's chaos, right? So you got to ask yourself, do you want law and order to be restored in the California prison system to ensure that the safety is balanced, right? Yeah, they might jam up your son, but if he's moving dope, he's stabbing people, he's going to get jammed up, right? Plus, you don't want to be putting money on that fool's book so he can go buy fucking more fentanyl, right? And lie to you that says he can use fucking hygiene and TVs and I don't know what else. Fucking canteen. So here's the scale of Lady Liberty, of justice. The lady's blind, right? She has a blindfold. You wonder why Big Jeff is responsible for all these murders is because he continues to push an agenda that Gavin Newsom wants to be executed. Which really mind boggles me because he already has the position. He's already the secretary. So now he just has to love that taste. Me da asco ese güey. With that, this episode was sponsored by the following patrons. Love you guys. New ones. William, still tripping with no luggage. Rigoberto, Theo, stupid people, keep me employed. Facts. 949 Desmadroso, Menace to Society. A-Rod 310. She looks a little bow-legged to me. Chris Lesniak, Nisi B. I don't know, I'm not the regular. A la verga 209. Brian the Loan Specialist. West, S. Shags. Frank, the homie Turtle 13. Mark, Darlene from Santa Ana. F your mandates, write me up. VSP Eddie, Sabatino, Adalberto, Ken 84. Any reason I can't hold you? Fontaine, Dixon, McCrary, Kevin, Program Time, Hacktivate 213, Hawk Tua, spit on that chonguito. Hey, I'm just medical. Get fucked. Take it home. Carnalito. Treatment not time. Enforce fit. My outdoor activity. Don't fart on my pillow. 619. Gigi. 11 Bravo. Give me that double shift. Don Chicharo. Shut the fuck up and make it wink. A la verga 760. Say no to camel toe. Miss Raw. Geo. G-Ride. Vote Newscom out. The prison psychologist. Page number 2. Fuerte 84. Zeus. Michigan Wolverines. I have an 8-hour chrono. Put me out 6 self. Shut up and call me Papi. AWOL like Monty. One bad yard pero Cherokee Cat. Me and my Sally have Narcan now. Oh, I gotta address that shit. I'm gonna address it right now. They literally give the inmates fucking Narcan so they can get high and revive each other. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's where you guys are at. I bounce. Good luck. Good riddance. Loco Moco, the Big Bad Wolf, Raider 62, L. Eli, Gerardo, Rigo SD, Pelon, not on my watch, who's doing the pipe, Denise, the real McCoy, not the fake McCoy, Jay, a Pogue a six-pack, Keith, Devil Dog, Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtop 5.0, Johnny Cash, Lori, 559CO, the homie CJ Zavalza, EOP Whisper, Fuck Your 602, Las Vegas Flights Live, Viva Mexico Cabrones, Cute without the T, Q without the E, cut from the team. That's what's up, my boy. Lockdown 5, Crystal Bon, La Reina, Winston. That was Taking Back Sunday for you guys that don't know. Tony, fuck your directive. Get the team. El Skid, the OG Hobie Cat, Lead with Love. Albert 12, Jennifer Benavides is the Hawk Tua, Queen of CDCR. I'm a hit. I'm a smash. The fool just, I'm a smash. I'm a smash. You know when you're confident enough to pull something? I could pull it. J.I. Esquiel, Big Bad 48, Nova, Linda, the retired CEO. Thank you for blessing me yesterday. Thank you for all that blessed me yesterday on yesterday's live. I swear you guys are blessings. Marius, Chevelle 66, Crispy Nuts, Bad Karma, and the homie Rags. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, somebody sent me another video today. I'll probably post it. Make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. I love you. Keep pushing forward.